Oh, it feels so much better in this studio today. I don't know what you did, Jimmy, but I don't know if you yelled at the boss or what you did, but they turned the air conditioning on. It feels so much better.
Yeah, I called him and said that you were really hot last night, and it's really hard to do a show for 20 whole minutes when you're really, really hot. So I'm glad it feels better.
Feels much better. Hey, by the way, get Anthony on the phone so I can yell at him, okay? Start the show, then give him a call.
February 8th, info-wars, wars with a Z.
So here we go, info-wars with a Z.com.
Just another day on the front line, forced to apologize. Being who I am, but you better run. I'm taking back all this weight.
So last night, so hot in here. Today feels much better. I want to get my boss on the phone so he can explain himself why it was so hot and why it feels better now. Because I could come in tomorrow, and it could be another 900 degrees in here. So we got to find out if it's going to be like that every day or it's going to be, kosher the whole time.
Well, good news. I got him on the phone. He's on the phone now, and he seems kind of irritated, so you should get to him pretty quick.
Alex, why are you calling me? I got nothing to say to you.
Yes, this is our boss, Anthony Michaels, and I want to ask you, Anthony, why was it 900 degrees in the studio yesterday when I got in here?
There's a lot of equipment in that studio, and it was kind of hot yesterday outside, so I don't know why. But we turned the air conditioning up for you today, so I hope it's better.
Yeah, see, that feels so much better.
Alex, did we not discuss this before? That the audience doesn't like it when you burp on the air, so I would appreciate if you didn't do that.
Yeah, and I'd appreciate it if you kept the flipping air on 60 degrees or 65 in here so we could do a damn show and not have to complain about the heat all the time. Well, go back to whatever the hell bosses do on a Saturday. I have no idea what you do all day. I have no idea what you do on a Monday, so I really don't have any idea what you do on a Saturday. No, just hang up on him, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's gone now, but yeah, you sure told him he's going to learn not to piss you off and keep the air conditioning at a decent level in the studio.
Come on, play us something.
So I think I just got rejected for the first time in my life. This guy and I had been talking on Hinge for a little bit. He came to pick me up. I get into his car. He goes, okay, yeah, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, you got in my car. You smell kind of funny. You have big lips. You don't look that good. I think you should get out of my car. I'm not feeling this.
I said, what? He said, this. I'm not feeling it.
You, the passenger seat, not feeling it. You should get out.
I said, okay, no problem, but can I ask why?
Because you smell funny.
He said I was hesitant about online dating, and I'm just not feeling it. So I think I just got rejected for the first time in my life.
Yeah, that is rejection at its finest. You got in his car 2 seconds later. He said, not feeling it. Bye-bye. Next.
Zelensky called Tucker Carlson a Putin propagandist, telling him, quote, stop working for Putin, stop licking his ass. Representative Joe Wilson, a Republican, condemned Russian state TV for airing old nude photos of Melania Trump while mocking her.
They put nude photos of the first lady on TV. Oh, that's got to drive Trump insane. I mean, I guarantee he yelled at somebody. Somebody got yelled at by Trump.
Donald Trump falsely claimed that Tommy Tuberville coached Patrick Mahomes in college. Tuberville then awkwardly tried to cover for him, but Mahomes denied it and said he didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Why would Trump even worry about that?
The Trump administration.
Why was he talking about the football?
Well, because there's a big game tomorrow, Jimmy.
Yes, I know there's a big game. I got money on it because the Fly Eagles fly. I expect them to win. But why was the president talking about who coached Patrick Mahomes?
I have no idea why he was doing that.
Temporarily restricted Musk's Doge team from accessing sensitive Treasury payment systems after a lawsuit from federal employees unions.
Okay, I have no idea what you just said there. So
all I can say is, well. Apparently, Prince Andrew is too afraid to ever travel to the United States or pretty much anywhere else again amid fears of being arrested.
Good. We didn't want him here anyway. We don't want a prince here. The only prince we want here died like 5 years ago. That's the only prince we want here.
New information broke last week that apparently showed Prince Andrew's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein lasted a little bit longer, or a lot bit longer, than the royal initially let on. And because there are new calls to probe these closer relationships with Jeffrey Epstein, apparently Prince Andrew is too afraid to really travel because he's afraid of being arrested, subpoenaed, charged with some type of civil suits, and apparently he...
Don't even come here. You know why? Because if you come here, you are an illegal alien. So if you come here, we'll put you in Guantanamo Bay. You did bad things. You're not from here. I don't care if you're a prince. If you come here illegally, we arrest you at Guantanamo Bay. Bye-bye. Next.
Just hours ago, a federal judge blocked Elon Musk's Doge team from accessing Treasury Department data that includes the Social Security and bank account numbers for millions of Americans.
Can't you just go on the dark web and type in, Jimmy's name and get Jimmy's Social Security number?
Yeah, I mean, if you give me like $4 or $5, I'll give you my Social Security number. I don't really care. What am I going to do with it?
I mean, if you could just get a bunch of numbers on some website, what does it mean? I can get them on the dark web. They're on the dark web right now for a couple of bucks. So Elon got them a different way. He could have paid the money.
A different federal judge is letting Musk's team maintain access to other sensitive information from the Labor Department. Could include Americans' medical and financial records. This is
you can get those on the dark web also.
From New York judge.
If you want a human hand, I can get it for you in 24 hours on the dark web. So it doesn't matter if you got medical information from some computer because you can get it anyway.
Paul Engelmeyer in a statement, the court's firm assessment is that for the reasons stated by the states, they will face irreparable harm in the absence of injunctive relief. That is both because of the risk that the new policy presents of the disclosure of sensitive and confidential information.
I think people just use these big words just to confuse people like us and go, oh, okay, whatever you just said, that's fine, because I don't understand anything these people are saying next.
Think about the fact that he even tried to do his little tariff war.
Who's he? Who are you talking about?
I think she's talking about President Trump.
I think she is too, but she should have said, Mr. Donald J. President Trump, sir. That's how you should talk about
Mexico. Mexico and Texas, we share a very special relationship for a lot of different reasons. But one is because they are our biggest trade partner as well. So
because they're right there.
Now we've got farm workers are not showing up. It's not.
So hire people from America, hire Americans, pay them a couple of extra bucks. You should be able to afford it because you're a rich farmer. Okay, so rich farmers can afford to pay their workers a couple of extra bucks so they show up to work.
Not just the schools, the hospitals, and the religious institutions. It's actually everywhere. They are afraid to go to work, and that's only ending up causing more issues for us as Americans. And that's why I need people to understand. This isn't a matter of, oh, well, that's over there. This impacts all of us because, again, we are a country of immigrants. And the fact that we have so many people that either don't know our history or want to ignore our history, or as we know, this administration, especially in Black History Month, they want to delete our history. The reality is that immigrants have always been what made this country great.
You voted for him. By a landslide, you voted for him. Now, 2 weeks into it, you have buyer's remorse. I don't understand that. Give the guy time. He's got to fix things. He's been fixing things for the past 2 weeks. He's got a lot of things to fix. Trust me, there's a lot of problems going on in the world. He's fixing them. So give him time. Next.
We have some big news right now. A massive anti-ICE protest has broken out in Sunset Park, Brooklyn.
What do people have against ICE? When I go to the McDonald's, I say, large Coke, no ice. That's all you have to do if you have a problem against ICE.
No, he's talking about the people.
I know who he's talking about. Jimmy is making a joke.
Right now, there are hundreds of people marching through the streets. That number is only expected to grow potentially to the thousands.
If you live in New York, there's protesting all over the place. It happens daily. You go, okay, what are they protesting now? It's God only knows what they're protesting. I don't know why they're walking through the streets. It could be just a bunch of people walking through the streets because it's New York. But there's protests every single day.
This is now the second major anti-ICE protest that we've seen in a city in the past couple of weeks. We saw it in Los Angeles, and it's
protest all you want. The major majority of Americans voted for this majority rules. So suck it up, buttercups. Protest all you want. There's only 100 of you, but there's 12 million people. 6 million people in the New York, and just a couple hundred people protesting. That's just a Saturday.
Still happening there in major parts of Los Angeles. We're now seeing it in New York. This is only expected to continue to spread. If you recall, last week there were 50 protests in 50 state capitals across the nation.
I want to go out there and protest the people that protest the ICE.
Yeah, let's get that together. Put that together, Jimmy. If they're protesting on 5th Avenue, we'll protest on 6th Avenue. And we'll protest them for protesting the major majority. It would just be a big protest.
About anti-Trump. But the protests are also anti-ICE. We heard from the LA Times about a leaked document that Los Angeles may be the target for the next mass deportation kind of raid. We know that
there goes half of Los Angeles.
Raids have been happening in New York, and they're only expected to intensify. Now the people are taking to the streets and making their voices heard.
That's not good, because then ICE knows exactly where they're at. Where are they at? Oh, they're at 5th Avenue. Okay, just go get all of them. What are they doing? Oh, they're in the streets. You don't even have to go off the streets. You can just drive down the streets, pick them up, take them, bye-bye. Next.
Donald Trump says he won't deport Prince Harry, despite ongoing legal battles over his visa status. Trump told the New York Post, "I'll leave him alone. He's got enough problems with his wife. She's terrible." While conservative groups push for his immigration records to be released, Trump has taken a different approach, choosing to leave Harry alone and instead throwing shade at Meghan Markle.
Trump, listen to me. You have other problems than Meghan frickin' Markle, whatever her name is. You don't, stop it.
I'm not a fan of hers.
Wait, why are you even talking about her?
I'm not a fan of Meghan.
Wait, who cares?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, and I wasn't right from the beginning.
Harry's past drug use, revealed in his memoir, has fueled speculation that he may have received special treatment under the Biden administration.
Of course he did, because Sleepy Joe Biden's son probably gave him the drugs.
But Trump's stance is clear. For now, he's staying out of it.
I wish a lot of luck to Harry, because he's going to need it.
If you are the president of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, why are you worried about somebody who makes no difference in your life? All right, next.
And just last night, Elon Musk came out and we found out that he's interfering with air traffic control. When Musk took over Twitter, he repeatedly crashed that platform. It's not a big deal if your app doesn't load one day, but it is a huge deal if you don't know if your plane is going to crash.
If the planes are using Twitter for guidance, we all have a problem. He deals with Tesla. He deals with the Twitter, now called the X. He deals with the X. The pilots should not be using the X in the air. Is that what you're telling me? You can just come out with just blatant lies about people. You can't back it up. You got to back it up here. Give me solid evidence. Then I'll believe you. You just can't go out in front of a microphone and spew lies and people should agree with you. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Next.
They claim that all of this chaos and confusion is about finding waste, fraud, and abuse.
Because there is so much waste, fraud, and abuse that has been going on for years. $2 million to Sesame Street is waste. The money train has stopped in its tracks. We want to see receipts. We want people to be liable for all the money they've spent. What don't you understand?
Elon Musk isn't finding waste. He's blocking spending he doesn't personally agree with.
That is the same exact thing. Waste and spending go hand in hand. So if we are spending money on things that we don't need as a country, then yes, you have to stop it.
Yeah, I don't get any of the money. Sesame Street gets $2 million, and I haven't gotten $2, and I'm an American citizen.
Elon Musk isn't finding fraud. He is recklessly assessing sensitive payment systems.
No, he's finding things that are wrong with the country. I hate to tell you, but a majority of Americans don't agree with the spending. It's waste. Somebody had to stop it.
And our personal data. He's blatantly breaking laws with no transparency or accountability. And there, I would say he is acting out abuse. So this really isn't about waste, fraud, and abuse, is it? How do I know for sure? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because when we tried to subpoena,
Elon is Batman. I never thought of that. Elon Musk, Bruce Wayne, has the same amount of letters in it. He could be Bruce Wayne.
Elon Musk and Bruce Wayne, they don't have the same number of letters. What the hell are you talking about?
No, you're right. But I just thought Elon would look good in a Batman mask and he can run around and what he's doing right now is he's doing what Batman should do. He goes in and he says, you $2 million to Ernie? That's not right. Stop that. It's my tax money. You know how much money I pay in taxes for both of my cars, my house, my land, all that. I have to pay all that money. So where's this money going? Take my money and give it to Cookie Monster?
Republicans on the Oversight Committee blocked it. Now, why don't they want us to hear about all the great things he's doing? Because this is a power grab.
They're nominating cabinet picks who believe that women don't belong in the voting booths.
No comment.
Or military uniforms.
No comment.
We're paying attention. We see them, and we are calling out the injustice.
They claim that all of this chaos and confusion is about finding waste, fraud, and abuse.
It's 1 gazillion% waste. He's finding it. He is Batman. He's making all the bad people go bye-bye. He's not doing anything wrong. He's doing stuff to help you. Why do you understand that? I'm going to lay down. My head hurts so bad.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day.